Hello and welcome.
Lockdown on blast.
The Furlough Files with me, Lindsay.
And me, Gaz.
Should we just say like each half a sentence each for the whole rest of the thing?
We'll have to so we don't talk over each other and fuck up
Yeah.
the call.
So fucking annoying. Uh,
Zoom parties are a shit show, aren't they?
they're actually really fun though because you don't have to worry too much about having a conversation. If you're playing
true,
the games.
I don't actually like having a conversation on a group call. It's weird.
Stilted as fuck.
Yeah, and because like in real life, when you sat like if you go out with people and it's a party or whatever, you just talk to the person next to you, don't you? But you can't
Yeah.
do that in the Zoom call.
I should try that.
Everyone has to listen to you, don't they?
Yeah, it's just fucking annoying. Should we say what this podcast is actually about?
What are we doing?
Well, basically, I listened to Julie Girl and they did one that was quite good, so I thought we'd copy it.
Quite insightful. Oh, we'll crib off of that idea.
Yeah.
So what is this? Our lockdown catch up.
Yes, finding out what it's like in the life of the furlough and my power's running out.
So a review of what life in quarantine from the COVID-19 outbreak. This might end up in a museum one day.
Yeah. It's about the only place I will end up.
That's ambitious. More like recycle.
My museum on Mozziland on Animal Crossing it might end up in. That's about it.
Mozziland, is that Morrissey themed land?
Yeah.
Did you make that, or is that something that pre-exists?
I made it, of course. I know, is Mozzie something that I invented? No, people call him that.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But I thought perhaps, there was a Morrissey fans area.
No. that would be niche. Just me there. There is one. It's an island. Okay, so what are we going to talk about?
Well, you said you've come up with some questions for me.
I have.
They hot topics.
Yes.
Hot topics. And I've created a few lists of my things to do in furlough or in quarantine or in lockdown or whatever the fuck you're in right now.
Okay. Can I just point out, I've cut my fringe again. What do you think?
Cutting your own hair is on one of my lists, but I'm not going to tell you if it's a to do or not to do.
Look at mine. Don't you think it's not bad?
No, it's actually good. Yeah, it looks good. Honestly, the fact that I wouldn't have noticed is a good thing, right?
Yeah, yes. It's actually not that good if you look at it because the sides are like thing. But if you just look at it like that, it's fine.
What's wrong with the sides? Sorry?
Well, I've only cut the middle and not the so the sides are like quite long. So I think that's okay.
It's good though.
We need Nikki to advise.
You remind me of that cat with a watermelon on the head.
Oh, that's good. I like that cat. I think that's not the watermelon. Hold on. I was thinking of the cat with the towel on its head. Zach has his avatar on Twitter. Do you know what I mean?
Cat with a towel on its head.
Yeah, I had it as my WhatsApp picture for a while. Very cute.
I'm going to look for the cat with the watermelon and see if I can find it.
That's not a compliment. Oh, you might be paranoid now.
Cat watermelon helmet was predicted by Google.
Obviously a hot topic.
Actually, what I've managed to find is a cat straddling a watermelon.
Oh, that cat looks fat. Cross-eyed. Anyway, shall I kick off with my questions to you?
Watermelon. It's a grapefruit or something.
Oh, that's what I look like.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Oh no, Jackson's gonna eat me.
Jack what?
Jackson is gonna eat me. You've forgotten who Jackson is, haven't you?
Is he from No. Who's Jackson?
Fuck's sake, he won Big Brother USA.
Did I watch that one?
He was the one they pulled out for being a racist at the end, and he come out with a face like fucking thunder. Yeah, you watched the whole series with me, dear.
That like sort of gun wielding man, right?
Square face guy.
Confetti on my shoulders.
Fucking hell, guys. Lockdown's been treating you hard.
Confetti on my shoulders guy, right?
Yeah. How have you forgotten 3 months of your life like that?
Not that he won.
Well, so you should. It was a disgrace to humanity.
You gave him a hard time, right?
Yeah, he would come out like and ask his mum if he'd been a good boy. She's like, no, you're in big trouble.
God, bang that out, Jesus. Anyway, shall we just talk about what's happening in our lives? Like, what is going on with for you at the moment?
Oh, by the way,
yeah,
bit Brother related. Alfie said to me that we'll be on later this year in the US. I don't know when, obviously. It's not really news, is it?
I'm struggling again with this signal. Skype is so fucking shit.
For fuck's sake. Big Brother US is going to be on later this year, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Great. Wait for that.
Great. That's the spirit.
I was pleased when it was cancelled.
Oh.
And also, Big Brother Australia starts apparently in 5 weeks' time.
Are we going to be covering that?
Of course.
Good. Should hope so.
Rather not if the quality is this bad, but
everyone bitching about Big Brother Australia's pre-recorded. Now they're fucking kissing the fucking feet of the pre-record because it's the only thing we've got left.
Yeah. So, okay, if we're talking about Big Brother now, I was wondering about Big Brother, and I did a little bit of research to find out like what happened to the other Big Brothers around the world that were running.
Good idea.
During lockdown. Because obviously Big Brother Canada got cancelled, which is really sad. Because actually that series was quite fun. And when the news broke about coronavirus, we saw the German housemates find out about it, didn't we? On news and stuff. And well, they must have shut that down as well. But apparently that series is still going and hasn't got a winner yet. So that one's still running through quarantine.
That's mad.
And also Brazil just finished last week and has a winner. So that obviously continues normal as well. So it's a shame. I guess government restrictions maybe differed between countries because like Canada didn't carry on with a non-essential business, wasn't it, or whatever. Germany and Brazil have more respect for reality TV.
Imagine coming out, it's like you come out to everyone fucking wearing face masks and bloody God knows what. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm still like that when I go out and I see people wearing face masks.
I know. What are you going to do if they make it mandatory to wear face masks? It's embarrassing, isn't it?
Well, speaking of face masks, like I know Rowan said, being underallowed, our friend in the US, said that she wasn't allowed into the supermarket without a face mask. But like here, initially when coronavirus started, they said you shouldn't wear a face mask, or like wearing a face mask doesn't help. So
yeah, and also, what about my lipstick? I can't wear a face mask and wear lipstick at the same time.
Like, your lip on the outside.
Yes, I did it. Oh, we could invent that for Dragon face mask with lipstick on. Oh, that sounds creepy.
One little like the window so you can see.
Transparent window.
Lip mask.
Oh, that's good.
No, but the thing with a face mask is apparently if you're front line and you're going to get coughed in your face or whatever, then that's okay. Then it will help you. But like generally, you don't just walk out of your house and like there's coronavirus everywhere. You're not like
swimming. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Feels like there fucking is.
Doesn't it? See, I feel like this feels like it's all over now. Is that because I'm not?
You haven't taken it seriously from the fucking minute it started. Let's be honest.
It's you who came over to do a podcast at my house when I had whooping cough.
Shush, Jack still don't know about that. You don't watch this, I don't mind.
So I feel like at the start of it, I was taking it really seriously because I thought that I had it.
Yeah.
Because I was ill for a long time and I was coughing and I had not a fever, but I had night sweats and I felt ill for quite a long time and that cough went on and on and on and I was scared.
You're always fucking ill.
You say that, but so are you.
Yeah.
And my biggest concern was giving it to my boyfriend's mum. And I'm really scared of that. And then I also have a friend in Ireland who I think Ireland's taken it a lot more seriously. And she's been kind of not catastrophizing, but like stressing to me that I shouldn't have been mixing with his mum.
Well, she's kind of right.
She was kind of like hyping it up for me, I think. Whereas Dan, my boyfriend, was a bit like, "You're fine."
We were me and Jack talking about it, and we were surprised that Dan wasn't more concerned. Like, I get you coming back and forth like laissez-faire because that's how you are, but I was surprised that Dan wasn't more concerned.
Russell Brand, laissez-faire. Because Dan didn't believe that I'd got coronavirus, but then when I sensed the smell, that was when I was like, oh, and then they said that could be a symptom. I was like, well, I think I've definitely got it.
But also, you can carry it without showing symptoms, so you could still have it and give it to Dan's mum.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, she's going up to the shop now by herself, so.
Yeah. Not your fault then.
As long as it's not on my conscience.
Oh, God.
Now,
yeah.
I'm not really like watching that much news as much as I was at first.
No.
Because when initially we first were like working from home, and the first thing I would do in the morning would be put on the news or watch This Morning on about it. And now, because I don't really listen to that stuff, it feels like nothing's really happening. I'm just living.
And also, now that like Boris Johnson don't even do the update, it's not even worth tuning in for all these fucking also rans. He gives a fuck what they say. Oh, download this fucking app onto your computer so we can track every person you've come into contact with. Fuck off. That's some David Icke type shit. I'm not doing that.
Is that what they do?
They're trialing it in the Isle of Wight, and this app can like tell you every person you're in contact with, even if you don't know them. I'm like, that is some fucking MI5 fucking CIA shit. I ain't downloading that. BB on Blast does not endorse that app.
You know they've got that problem though, don't you?
Yeah, Men in Black.
No, China did that. So everyone in China has to have this app which like confirms their health status. And you're supposed to report your symptoms and stuff, I think. I don't know, and you get a green light or a red light or like an amber light, and then if the authorities stop you, they can like check your app to see like if you're well or not. You could the app. You could lie to the app, right?
I don't think the whole thing is a conspiracy in itself. Like, I don't think it was like released into the world. I don't think it's 5G or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But all these things that they're bringing in, those are things that ain't going to go away. They're things that are going to be with us now. New ways to spy on us, and I don't trust it. Ask Laurie. Don't trust Telegram. She knows. Yeah, she don't trust Telegram.
It's Telegram from China or something.
It's Russian.
Russian, yeah. The Russians are spying on us all.
No offense to any Russian viewers. Yeah, so what else has been going on? How are you actually secretly enjoying lockdown? Admit it.
Me? Secretly enjoying it? There's no secret about it. I love lockdown. I absolutely love it. Like, I'm getting anxiety about life going back to normal.
I know. I can't imagine like going on a train ever again. Can you?
Don't you think this whole thing just proves that you don't need an office, you don't need a friendship group?
Yeah, good point.
You don't need like, half businesses that you thought you did, like.
All these things about like, you know, when kids have a day off school and like the police go round or they get fined, it's like kids ain't been to school for fucking months. And do you think all kids in the future are going to be fit because they had a month off school? No, it doesn't mean anything.
Also, I don't understand how some of the schools are still open, aren't they?
Are they?
for kids of frontline workers and like special needs kids who needed the structure. Some schools still. I think my auntie's still going to work. She works in a school.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I did know that. I'd just forgotten. Yeah, it's weird. Just don't you think though that just things just ain't gonna go back to normal? Like
my dad said that. He said like a lot of businesses are going to now think, why do we need to pay rent for an office when, or all of the outgoings of an office, like electricity and whatever else, water bills, everyone's proven now that they can actually work from home. And in the past, like work from home was always like, you think people were not actually doing their work. Yeah. Like people weren't actually doing any work from home, and of course we all like slack a little bit sometimes, but people slack in the office as well, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. No, but not even just that though. Like they're talking about like when we do go back to work, doing like staggered hours, so people going in at different times. They're talking about having to have perspex screens between your computer and the next person's computer, having to wear a mask at work. Like, nah,
in a bubble forevermore. Like we can't. That's not sustainable.
Stupid, isn't it? Imagine that, and you can't go near anyone. Fuck off.
Yeah, or like you go to a gig and you have to stand in a little like cubicle.
Actually, that part would be good. Stop people being twats.
Yeah. Stop Jack.
Stop.
Stop Jack getting into fights.
Oh yeah, don't say that. That makes it sound bad. That was a long time ago.
Do you like lockdown?
There's parts of it I like, but to be honest, I've been feeling quite depressed. I feel actually more disconnected from people than. I mean, obviously, I feel more disconnected, but you think there'd be more sort of WhatsApp buzz and people. But I feel like you said, people just get into their own households and are just like kind of forgetting other people that even exist. Like, don't you think?
Oh. About you.
Who are you? I felt quite isolated. Even though I'm here with Jack, I dread to think how people must feel who are actually on their own. Because he goes to bed earlier than me, he's still working from home. So I've just been up for till 3 a.m. playing Animal Crossing, which has been a saving grace, to be honest. But I just can't sleep. I just cannot sleep at all. And I miss working, believe it or not. I actually do enjoy my work, and I feel like it gives me a sense of worth. So I feel this, like you said, when you feel like you've got nothing to talk about, I feel like, what am I? What am I even doing? I'm just festering.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I had a lot of anxiety at the start of it about not having a job to do and worrying that I have nothing to talk about and I'll be a really boring person. That was how I felt. Odd. Maybe that's something deeper within myself that I need to look at. But like, I was worried about becoming boring.
Nah, you don't need to worry about that. That happened long ago.
God, I served you that, didn't I? But yeah, I found that like, I think I'm an expert time waster. That's the problem. Like, not.
No comment.
Not when I'm at work. Like, I'm productive at work, but like when I'm on my own. Of course. When I'm on my I even said this to my boss. I'd be fine. I'm an expert time waster. It's like, oh, I wouldn't have said that about you. And I was like, no, I mean, when I'm at home, I can be very, very late. So my days are kind of short, I suppose, but I've managed to like fill them with plenty of things. I mean,
like what? What are you doing?
Cooking a lot. Doing a lot of cooking. This is going to lead me into my list, really.
That's okay.
Should I just do my list?
Yeah, do whatever. Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
You don't need a cue card.
I thought this is a flim flam section.
Oh well, what? It just doesn't matter.
Anyway, what I found is that my anxiety was a load of bollocks, and I haven't become boring in lockdown. I've actually really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
Like you say, we are really lucky to have someone to be around, and in Dan goes out of the house in the daytime to do his work because he needs a quiet space at home, and it's online stuff that he's doing. He goes back to his room, and then he comes back here in the evening, and then he's not every night, but 3 nights a week or 4 nights a week, he's using my computer in my living room to do online classes. And he does that for a couple of hours, and that's like when I sort of like go away and prepare dinner. So like I'm being a housewife basically.
That's cool.
I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been quite good for me so far, and I haven't heard anything about extending my furlough though, so mine's still till the end of May.
Mine's till the end of June.
I know.
That sounds a long time. It's weird.
But at least you've still got another couple of months, whereas I'm like, oh, I've only got a few weeks left.
But aren't you? I think yours will be extended, especially if it's a charity sort of one exactly, or is it reserves?
You have to say that again. It cut out.
Is your charity quite well off or not?
Oh, I think so.
I
think it is. I think we have, I don't know, millions underneath.
Yeah.
Boards.
Well, mine's fucked because basically the main source of income is all shows that they do, the gigs they do every year.
Yeah.
That got cancelled. All our income is fucked. So that's the problem. I'm worried I'm not going to have a job at the end of all this.
Yeah. See, I've been a bit worried about that as well. That's my own like underlying anxiety, and my dad doesn't help. My dad always talks about, if there is redundancies. I'm like, oh, Dad, they've said they're putting us on furlough. Should we explain what furlough is for those that don't know if they're listening for the first time?
Yeah, sure.
So basically, Lindsay and I are furloughed at the moment by our employers, which means the employer can apply to the government for 80% of your salary, and you're not allowed to do any work in that time. So mine was from, actually, when was yours?
I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks.
Isn't it since March, or is it since start of April?
No.
Mine was on 6th of April, actually. I think yours was just after that.
Yeah, it was like the week after, because I was laughing at you for getting furloughed. And then I got furloughed.
But, I mean, I think even if I go back to work at the start of June, it will still be working from home.
Yeah.
It will still be at 90% of my pay.
Oh, yeah, because I'm only on 80%, so you're lucky.
Whereas my employer's given me an extra 10%, so it's less.
That's good.
Less difficult.
I don't think you'll lose your job then, because if they've got money they can throw around like that, they've got no obligation to give you that extra 10%.
No, true.
It's good.
But for the people that are working, they've all taken a 10% cut. So yeah, I didn't lose any money by being furloughed. That was the good thing. Like, even if I go back to work at the 1st of June, I'm still in the same boat. I'm still getting the same money. For me, it's preferable to not work and get paid for it and have time to do things I haven't got around to that I wanted to do, which I should have got around to, like sort out my wardrobe or whatever.
Yeah.
A load of crap on eBay.
I agree. To be honest, when I first found out I was furloughed, I was absolutely appalled because I do internal comms, which you'd think would actually be important, and it just made me feel like there's no respect for what I do whatsoever. But then when I saw some of the other people who got furloughed, they're also really, really important roles. But I still do think it's absolutely bizarre to furlough me, but whatever. After thinking on it, I'm getting paid the exact fucking same as people who are working, so bye-bye. See you on my island.
Yeah, and I think because we work in the charity industry, it obviously makes sense that for charities they're going to maximise whatever the government's giving, because really uncertain. I feel like it's been a difficult time for charities anyway in the past 5 years, fallen across the board, and now, like you say, all of our community fundraising, which is a really big part of a lot of charities' income, can't happen. So of course, if the government are handing out money, yes please, of course, for the good of the organisation. And charities, as much as like they help a lot of people, they are all businesses as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
all of our directors have taken like a 25% pay cut and stuff like that.
Oh wow! I don't think think everyone took the 10% and that was it. But that's
yeah. I think our charity is in dire straits, to be honest. So yeah,
then.
donate to Teenage Cancer Trust. Save my job.
No, I'm going to save that one because I've got something else to come back to that later.
Oh, I was going to say, should I say one? Yeah. Do you think your relationship has improved while you've been on lockdown?
Yeah, well, not improved, but I think it hasn't deteriorated because my relationship.
That's always a bonus.
I was already happy with my relationship. Like, I really am very happy in my relationship, and I guess for me, like I said, it's less intense because we're not together all the time.
Yeah.
Dan does go and do his work and comes back, and so there is a bit of respite for both of us. Not that I think we necessarily need it, but we even spoke about this the other day, and I said, like, I'm really grateful to be with someone that I can happily spend that much time with.
Yeah.
Now we spend every night at my house, apart from one a week.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, rule break.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Shut up, everyone. Leave him alone. They live next door. Shut up.
This is the thing. Like, we live 10 minutes away from each other, and
I tried to say next door.
We live on a really quiet route, so you can walk back to each other's house and not pass anyone. And I always come back to the whole logic of you still go to the supermarket, you still cross paths with a ton of people, and there's actually still people out there in the world still going to work. All the staff in my local supermarket, none of them really are wearing gloves or face masks. I'm in there week after week and I still see the same people. They're not falling down dead with
Gaz is not a medical doctor. Stay indoors. Be safe. Protect the NHS.
Honestly, in effect, because Dan goes home and comes here and I go to his house once a week, we kind of just make ourselves one household.
I don't think that's how it works.
We're the same,
I personally don't care anymore. So, if people want to moan at you about it, that they can feel free.
Yeah, and the other thing is that his mum has a disability, and so sometimes it's nice to go and, for him to sort of go and check that she's managing everything for herself and that he can help out a bit. So on Sunday, it's like a particular thing that we do where we have a roast dinner. So it's like a routine thing, and we know that everyone has a good meal. And yeah, I just think there was a lot of concern about her start, and from some of my friends, like the one in Ireland, there was a lot about her, but actually, she stays at home anyway, so this is not that different for her. But suddenly, what I noticed is everyone was coming forward, being like, "Oh, do you need any shopping? Do you need this? Do you need that?" And it's actually she's at home all the time. She hasn't got the mobility and the freedom to go to the shop.
No.
But now everyone give us stuff, so of course she says, "Yeah, I need this, that, and all the other."
Nice.
So much that we can't fit it in the cupboards.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, about my relationship, I think that I had a bit of anxiety about being boring and being not stimulating to Dan because I had nothing going on, and that I might get depressed and down. But actually, no, that's not the case at all. And I'm having a really good time. I like cooking for him. He's just spoiled me rotten for my birthday, and everything's really good.
That's good.
How about you? Because you and Jack have never spent so much time together.
No. It's been good. My house is so small.
Yeah,
the other night, I was talking to Laurie's kid on Animal Crossing, and we were actually on the voice chat, and Jack shouted down can you shut up, basically, because you know how small my house is. But that was literally the only thing. We've only had two other disagreements, which were both very petty. One was yesterday about the washing up. And considering I think we've been 6 weeks here together now. That's pretty good going.
You've had two. Yeah, that is good, because I would have expected more rows.
Yeah, so would I. I think we've been doing well. I think we've been giving each other a lot of space. He just goes in the bedroom and listens to music and reads a book, and I go down here and do whatever. And we've just been, because he's working from home, it helps. I think we've been getting on really well. We just careful not to eat too much, not to drink too much. You know, have you been using your exercise equipment that you got?
A lot, yeah.
You have? Oh, good. Well done.
That's on my list of to-dos while you're in lockdown, because when the gyms shut, I was a bit anxious. So
Yeah.
actually, I think this is another reason why I like lockdown, because it kind of came at a perfect time where before I got my office job in the last year, before that, in a restaurant, I was running around all day long. I was going to the gym between split shifts, and I got my qualification as a personal trainer. So like, fitness was a big thing then, and my body looked a certain way because I was burning a lot of calories all the time, and I was always moving. And then I went to my office job, and I started to sit on my butt all day, and I really felt like actually I was in a lot of pain to begin with. Like my shoulders were hurting from using the mouse all the time. My bum was always numb from sitting on my head all day long. I was thinking, I can't actually do office work because it's so unhealthy. Like, it's so bad for you to sit down all day long. And then I think just before, as coronavirus was emerging, I was starting to feel a bit like bad about my body. Like, I was having issues with my body not looking like it did. And I tired from going to work and commuting to work. And my house is a little bit far from work, not that far, but like from home to work is about 45 minutes. So then my gym is like beyond home. So it's like in Croydon. So I've got to go all the way over there. Only going to the gym once a week, which was a real drop from previously. Then they closed gyms, and I was like, well, now I can't go at all. And I wanted to buy dumbbells. And if you want to buy dumbbells now, like, they're impossible to find. Plus,
like the Nintendo Switch.
Can't you get a Switch either?
No.
That's one thing. Demand for games consoles went like through the roof. I sold my old Xbox and my old PlayStation.
Oh, that's good.
My old PlayStation PS3, I got 70 quid for it, which before lockdown would never have happened. I would have been lucky if I got. Yeah. Anyway, so I was really worried about not being able to go to the gym. I was already not that happy with my body from sitting on my ass at my desk, and then I put a shout out on Facebook, and my friend Cuba, who was at my party with the lights.
I love him.
I knew you'd like him.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's kind of cool and funny.
Very funny with the answers as well. The teabag.
Yeah, he's good.
By the way, we were playing what's it called again? Jackbox for my
birthday.
Yeah,
we'll talk more about Gaz's very exclusive birthday parties soon. Brace yourselves, guys.
Yeah, I put it out on Facebook for, has anyone got any weights at home? Because I thought, lots of people probably got dumbbells like under their bed they've never used. And then Cuba said, I've got a bench and I've got a barbell, and you can take it, like, you can have it. And I was just like, okay, wow, this is kit that would cost me about 300 quid up, probably.
Did you not offer him any cash for it?
I said, do you want some money? He said, no. I think it actually was his brother's. It was under his bed. And his brother's not at home anymore. So I went, this is when I went on a bus to go and get it from him, which felt like a breach. And they were playing the announcement saying that public transport's only for key workers.
Just to say, I've not been on a bus, a train, or any fucking place except the supermarket and the pound shop. So direct your complaints to Gaz, not to me. Thanks very much.
I've been everywhere. I didn't know the pound shop was still open.
Ah, it's good. I love the pound shop.
Is it Poundland?
No, it's not, unfortunately. It's a pound shop, but it's not really a pound shop. There's stuff that costs more than a pound. They're the worst.
Like Mega Values, that one.
Pound Stretcher. They are stretching it, the motherfuckers.
I didn't know Pound Stretcher still existed.
I know. It's good. They've got some good shit in there. Yeah.
What's that one?
What? Yeah, in certain just before you get to certain, yeah.
Anyway, so I managed to get this bench, and then I brought it home in an Uber, and I put it out on my balcony. And then obviously, like, the first couple of weeks of lockdown were like really hot. So I was outside a lot, and I think that I've managed to like gain a bit of muscle. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm happy. I can't. The problem is I can't do as much cardio, so I'm not as like what's the word, lean as I was. But
Hmm.
my arms are bigger, so that's fine.
Have you been like going?
Have I been
Have you
what?
been going out for a walk and shit like that?
At
Oh
the
yeah, you've been
start,
walking to Dan's house.
no, but at the start, I felt like everyone was going to the park, weren't they?
Yeah,
Like going for a walk was like all you could do, so everyone did it.
yeah.
Because
Even though they'd
going for
never done it before in their lives.
exactly. And when lockdown first, no, not, I don't know if it was lockdown. When the government first started to shut things down, National Trust like opened up all of their green space. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, then but didn't they have to cancel that quick shop?
Yeah. Yeah, because the government said, "Oh, you should really get out, like go out into nature," and then everyone did, and then they got pissed off and went, "Actually, don't do that."
I do think it's fucking stupid when they're having a go at people for sunbathing. And I get the thing like, oh, okay, well if you sunbathe there, then other people might think it's okay to sunbathe there. Then you've got like 100 people sunbathing there. But if it's literally just three fucking people sunbathing separately in a park, just fuck off.
Exactly, but also, what's wrong is lying in a park with a massive radius around you?
Exactly.
They shut
Stupid.
down. Did you hear
I know.
about when they shut down Brockwell Park?
I know.
Like it was a sunny weekend, and they worked out that there was possibly like 2,000 people went through the park in a day,
Hmm.
and calculated like, yeah, but if that's how many people are in the park with that much space, they've all got like I don't know, 50 square meters each or square feet each or whatever.
I just think the police and the government have to be a bit sensible with it because people are getting quite pissed off now. And do you remember when you predicted the riot back in
Yeah,
the day? It's not happened yet, but I think they need to say, look, in 3 weeks' time or 2 weeks' time, it's going to be this, this, and this, because otherwise people start to get angry.
well, I think that's why at the end of each lockdown period, they're going to keep saying, "Oh, just another couple of weeks,
Yeah.
4 weeks," because they can't say
Oh,
another
yeah.
month because they'll lose their shit, and then
Yeah.
people will go curries and Carphone Warehouse don't exist anymore. PC World, and get the stuff they can't buy.
And I just think, I don't know, I just wonder what is going to happen with pubs and gigs and everything else, I just don't know.
My computer keeps going dim. We can't. We have to go back to normal at some point. It can't be like this forever, like queuing outside the shop.
But don't you think some things are just going to be changed forever? I do. Like, I don't think people will shake hands anymore.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've got sweaty hands. So
Yeah. And also, like, I used to live in Thailand. You don't need that. You just like do a little pray.
oh,
Pray
that's
thing.
nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be good.
Take your notes. Get it.
Please let coronavirus be over soon.
I don't know. I think also I'm probably lucky because people I know aren't dying. So
I know we are speaking from such a privileged position.
literally thousands upon thousands of people are dying, but like
Yeah.
not near me, so that's okay. Although, as you, it's okay. It's not okay, but like
It's not okay. It's really awful.
yeah, but like in our worlds, like it seems less real because of that.
I know, but it has happened to people that we know of.
Yeah.
And people on Twitter has lost grandparents and parents and stuff. So it's there for the grace of God, go us. Sorry, that didn't sound like something I would say. That's why I laugh. But it could, it could easily happen.
When you said grace of God, do you know what came up in my head?
What?
Fictional cunt from my party.
Oh yeah. That was Jack's offering.
Yeah. Yeah, and my friend that I mentioned in Ireland, she had a cousin that died, but the cousin was in Canada, and like obviously she's stuck in Ireland. There's no way anyone can get to family members if they do get ill abroad. That's one really horrible thing that I've heard happening.
Oh, and funerals, you can't even bloody, you can't hug your family members. It's awful.
Yeah, but I think people should just hug each other. Like, you're not going to go to a funeral and hug your family, are you?
You have to, though. You're just not taking it seriously.
Dan crossed paths with his auntie, and she was like, "Yeah, I gave him a hug."
God. You guys are causing these deaths.
I saw her the same day, and when I went out for a run in the park, and she was in the park, so we saw her on the same outing. I didn't. I stayed away from her.
Oh, good. I must admit, I am missing people though. Like, I'm missing like my best friend who lives in Leeds. I've seen her since September now. I'm missing the park down on Mother's Day. Like, I'm missing like the odd person. Would be nice to see them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I miss it. I think like I like going out to eat dinner with someone. Obviously, that can't happen. Don't know when that can happen. You were saying that you felt like people have. You said to me the other day you felt like you're the only person left on the planet, and it's funny because you live with Jack, so I don't know what he's doing. But you said you feel like people have kind of like withdrawn a little bit, but at the start it felt like everyone wanted to do like house party app. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
Oh no, I've not done it. But yeah, that first week, like everyone was everywhere. Like I did like 3 chats or like pub quizzes or whatever that week, and then the week after, everyone gone tumbleweed. And look at the superfan chat, that's fucking dead. No one's saying anything. It's like this should be a time with there's no Big Brother on. No one gives a fuck.
Exactly.
I don't know. It just feels like a few people have withdrawn, which is a shame. But I probably have as well.
Yeah, I think maybe just people cope differently.
Yeah.
And need things like my friend said, "Oh, do you have the house party app? I think you should get it so we can play games." And I was just like, "No, I don't want to do that."
Yeah, but those jackpot games are good.
Yeah, they've been fun, and I will do those again.
Do you want to talk about your birthday party?
Yeah, okay. I don't need to talk about it.
It was Gaz's birthday this week. No, Sunday.
2 days ago. Yeah. I had a really good day, Like, my lockdown birthday was really fun. I think people were like, oh, everyone's like, oh, it's lockdown birthday, like, it's going to be drab or whatever. But I had a really nice day. Dan made me birthday pancakes, and he put, like, candles on them. And it's like a pancake that's partly cake mix, cake batter, so it's more like a cake.
Oh.
But like sprinkles and cream on it, and he brought it to me with candles on. I blew them out, and then he got me lots of nice gifts. And then I came back to mine. He spent some time at his house, and he cooked a dinner and brought it over. And he got me a game, so I was playing that game, which is the old Aladdin game from the Sega Mega Drive.
Oh, cool.
I was playing that in the daytime. And then we had my party on Zoom, kindly hosted by Rowan.
Being _loud.
Yeah. I say hosted. She was barely hanging in. Oh my
god! What the fuck? How was she so drunk? What was she drinking, man?
It was the second party of the day, so I guess that's
why. Oh, that makes sense. She was absolutely shit-faced.
I think obviously everyone's on lockdown, but I don't know how she manages to do it with like 2 kids as well. Like,
it was very entertaining. Yeah. She had to be carried to bed apparently.
So yeah, it was mostly Big Brother people, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Cuba.
And my friend Cuba, yeah. What I like about Cuba is he chucks himself into anything. He just doesn't care.
He did, yeah. And he must have been like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
So yeah, basically Arissa dropped in for a bit, and then everyone lost their shit for a minute. Even Dan said he was starstruck. It was only you and I that knew she was coming, right? I hadn't told anyone else.
Josh. And Josh.
Oh yeah, and Josh.
But Josh isn't going to be starstruck by her because he's mates with her. Colleague of her.
That's Josh Grant.
I loved Josh's outfit for your party, let me just say.
You what?
Josh's outfit for your party. It was so cool.
I set a fucking 80s theme and then realized that I had no idea what people wore in the 80s, or like I feel like I could do 80s if I had like makeup and stuff, because I feel like they were, I don't know, glam, rock and stuff like that. But then I don't have that stuff really. I have got some Halloween makeup actually. I probably could have done something more, but like, I was like, oh shit, I don't know how to do it. But for a girl, I think you can easily do that eye makeup and do your hair.
Yeah.
But then Josh had like a big long wig and like a bandana and mirrored sunglasses. So
he was dressed as Slash from Guns N' Roses.
That is. No, I did hear that mentioned, but I was like, didn't really register. And then someone else said he looked like someone else, and I wasn't sure who that was. I can't remember. I think I was too drunk. But yeah, he smashed it.
Were you drunk at that party?
By the end, yeah.
I was drinking, but I don't feel like I was drunk.
That's why in the last game I didn't submit any answers. I couldn't think of any shit. I was too drunk. I was just handing my phone to Dan. But yeah, we were drinking rum. I had like a rum liqueur, so it was like a flavoured rum. It was really sweet. We were drinking it neat, 20%. So too strong. But by the end, I couldn't come up with logical answers.
But yeah, when Arissa dropped in, that was fun. Just like I just want to shout out Lorcan, and he went, Arissa, I just want to say I really love you.
She was like, oh, you love me.
She's like, who are you? So I'm just kidding, Lorcan, just teasing.
The funniest thing is that Arissa didn't recognise Josh with the outfit on. Surely she just hasn't got to his cam yet, but I don't think she realised it was him. But yeah, I explained to Cuba via WhatsApp who she was, because obviously he doesn't know.
No, he'd be like, who's this? Why is everyone so excited?
Yeah, exactly.
That was really nice of her though, Gaz, to come on. Like, to be honest, when you invited her, I thought, oh, why do you want to do this? It's so awkward. And I thought she ain't gonna come, and then she actually did. So I was like, "Oh shit!" I hold myself back because I have to on a podcast a bit more often. Come on.
You have to say that bit again. Sorry.
If we just asked her on the podcast, she would actually just do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And actually, she did say that she would come on the podcast this season post jury. Happen, but,
she's got a get out clause for that one now. There is no jury.
But yeah, no, it was really nice. Thank you for coming, Arissa. Thank you for coming, everybody else that was there. It was really
fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, and it did make it really fun actually. Activity, and like you say, you don't get to see your friends now. So what I like about this, the whole lockdown thing, has kind of opened up potential to socialize online.
It has actually. I did a video chat with my mum, which I had never ever done. It was very amusing. She's like, my teeth, eyebrows. Just like, yeah, it was funny. So,
but also like to socialize internationally. So on that, we had people in Canada and the US and the UK, and you know, it's so easy to do it. But in the past, no one really thought of it.
No, I do think that will definitely improve in the future.
Yeah.
And going back to what we were saying about sort of ways of working in the future, I think no boss could ever say to us, "Oh, you can't work from home again."
No.
It's just like, I'm definitely gonna ask to work from home another day a week. So I don't want to come in to London, and I work on fucking Oxford Street. Like, you cannot socially distance from people on fucking Oxford Street. It's the busiest street in the whole of the UK. So I'm just scared about like touching like the escalator things and the poles on the tube and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we almost certainly, when we get sick, it's going to be from commuting 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was on the train just before the office was shut down, I pulled down one of the little table tray things.
Oh.
That crevice was like so much fluff and dirt and grass. Where all that shit lives, and then you put your cup on it, book on it and you touch it and then you scratch your eye and that's how you get it.
I still can't get over the fact we went to that Borley-Borlison and was just rolling around in their balls. It's like, that just seems insane that we did that just before all of this.
I'm so glad we did it then as well, and that Rowan was from the USA, like it was so close to the sort of cut-off point. But I'm also convinced that you were the first person to get ill from those balls.
I know, from that.
That could have been COVID-19. Who knows?
It could have been. There's no way that place can survive coronavirus. No fucking way.
I don't know. I mean, you can restrict people in the ball pool and like not let them touch each other. But imagine.
Not as much fun, is it?
Balls, like all of the shit that's growing in there is like, ugh.
Oh my god. It's funny.
We won't know unless we get an antibody test if we actually had it. And we're not. No one's going to get one of those now.
No.
But I do feel a little bit like invincible because, well, not invincible, but like Corona can't touch me now because I think I already had it, which is a bit probably.
You should be careful about saying things like that.
Why?
Because it tempts fate, doesn't it? It does. I do. I believe in that. Actually, I feel quite smug about being in a relationship. I'm not saying you, but I've done that before where I've been very, very smug in a relationship and feeling very, very pleased with myself and like, yeah, I've got this sussed, and then it all just falling to pieces. So I'm never complacent like that these days. I'm grateful for every second I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can also be confident.
I would rather err on the side of caution.
That is, I think it's your nature, though.
Yeah, it is.
Damaged goods.
Oh my god, that's not very nice.
No,
well,
but
you can talk.
No, but you judge future situations based on past experience and like if
everyone does.
Yeah, I suppose. But you're predisposed to expect the negative. That's what I think.
No, I just expect the unexpected.
That reference always comes back around.
Right, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions from my list. Are you ready?
Sure.
What have you learnt about yourself on lockdown?
Oh god, that's like a Big Brother question. Do you know what you've learned about yourself? Have you got something
No.
about this? You learn anything about yourself?
Oh yeah, I have actually. That no matter how much time I have, I'm still not going to fucking write a book or do anything useful. Actually, it really pissed me off. Like, no offense, Sharon, and my friend Mel, who said when I was moaning about being bored or whatever, and my friend Mel said, "You're a writer, just write." And then Rowan said, "Oh, you and Gaz can sort out the podcast or whatever." And I thought, I don't want to do either of those fucking things. I'm just going to sit on my arse and watch 90 Day Fiancé. And I got quite aggrieved about it.
What did Rowan say? We can sort out the podcast.
Yeah, like, I don't know. So we do need to sort it out, like sort out our videos, or I don't know, like you can work on the podcast more. If we do talk about doing, which we haven't done. I just realised no matter how much time you got, your natural disposition to do stuff is, if you were a fucking lottery winner, you still wouldn't fucking write a book. You'd do fuck all.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
No, I second that because I had full intentions to like list so many things on eBay because I've got all boxes of stuff that I don't need. And has a single thing gone on eBay yet? No.
No. But don't you think it's quite hard to motivate yourself? Like, there's nothing, like, you don't really need that money at the moment unless, you're not going out. You're not spending money like that. You're not buying clothes. So it's like, oh, well, what's the point? And I just feel, that's how I feel all the time. Like, what the fuck is the point in anything? Like, I just feel like, ugh, meh.
I don't think I feel like what's the point in anything. I feel like this has basically just been like an extended weekend. It's just like one massive weekend. And
I love a long weekend.
I already know that I can do very little with my time. So it's not like new information. But actually, I don't know if lockdown, not necessarily lockdowns taught me this, but in the past, since having my new job, I've realised like I can be on time. Like, I was very bad at being on time for anything before, even work. Like, I'd be always late, and like.
When did you realise you had to be on time? Was that last week when you forgot we were doing the podcast and I waited around all day for you?
No.
No, it wasn't, was it?
Made me realise I can also be absolutely awful as a friend as well.
You're not that bad.
No, I just felt terrible about that because
Did you?
I actually did. And
Did
Dan
you?
Dan had to like talk me down because I was
Really?
like so upset about how I've made you feel.
Oh.
But he was
I
like,
never heard this out of your mouth in my life. Carry on.
yeah, Dan was like, but will Lindsay get over it? And I was like, yeah, I suppose so. But like he was trying to be like, it's not as much of a big deal. But I was like really, really upset because I was like, how can you just forget that you were going to do that? And she was waiting for you. And also because you thought that my nan had died.
Well, I thought something might have happened with her.
Context, my nan fell over twice in a week. And obviously at the moment, no one's supposed to go around. She's old. You're not supposed to be around old people because they can die of corona. And then,
newsflash.
My biggest concern was if she's fallen to. Actually, wait. The whole context is.
Let's get back to this apology. No, not really. Go on.
Say again.
Get back to this apology. No, we'll circle back to that.
Yeah. The context is for my birthday. My dad and my grandma clubbed together to buy me a dishwasher.
Oh.
Which I ordered and turned up. So in lockdown, you can still get a dishwasher delivered within 3 days.
Do they plumb it for you?
No, but actually my landlord needs to do something in the kitchen to make it cleanable. Like he needs to change the pipe.
Oh.
Well, when I viewed the place, they'd agreed to do that for me if I'd got a dishwasher. So now I've got one. So that turned up. So I wanted to say thank you to my nan and just tell her that it had arrived. And then I called up and she's like, oh, I'm on the floor. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I fell over and I can't get up. And I was like, okay, well, how long have you been there? And she's like, quarter to 3 or whatever. And I think it was like quarter to 4 and it was 4:30. So it was like 45 minutes that my nan's been on the floor. And I'm like,
did she find anyone else? Or she wasn't going to do anything?
Chilling. I don't really know. I think she was just waiting. She was trying to wait to build up the strength or the energy to get up, I think.
Awful.
Recharging. But so I was like, you're gonna have to tell my dad, because she didn't want to tell my dad because my dad will say like, oh, you can't live independently anymore. That's what she's worried about. And she's kind of in denial about the fact that she can't. And she's fallen over twice in a week. Obviously she can't. And she's also moved home, a house, which is a bungalow, so it's got no stairs anymore. So that's more accessible. But even so, apparently it's still a challenge. But my concern was that she might end up in hospital, and then if you go into hospital, you could very easily contract corona, and that could probably out, especially if you ever hear my nan breathing down the phone, like that's not good. So he gets pneumonia, it's game over. But but then she did say to me a few weeks ago she thinks she'd be better off dead. So
oh, it's nice when old people say that, isn't it?
Horrible.
I've lived long enough. Yeah. All my friends are dead. It's like, oh, fucking hell.
I think she just struggles because like she's quite immobile. She's got hip problems. She's got diabetes. She's overweight.
To be honest, you're the only person I can think of I know that still has their nan alive.
Really?
Yeah, like everyone mine died about 15 odd years ago.
Well, Jack, aren't his grandparents alive?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Weird.
My nan's.
No, they're not. No.
I think my nan's 84.
A few years, depending on her health.
Yeah. Well, her health's not great, so I don't know, but.
But you should appreciate her while she's around.
I should, but also I feel like lockdown is making her more needy
Right.
because she obviously has like a cleaner that usually comes in. That can't happen now, and she has who might drop in, and now she has no one. And obviously she knows that I'm free all the time as well. So she kind of hounds you a little bit on the phone.
Yeah, but Gaz, you gotta just let her because she's probably lonely.
Yeah, she is.
And she bought you a fucking dishwasher. That ain't cheap.
Club together with that. I managed to get up to 200 quid from my work benefits side.
Oh yeah. Quite a lot of money for your birthday.
Giving me so much support actually, and I'm really grateful for it. But yeah.
If you're watching this, Gaz's nan, hello.
You obviously knew that had happened the day before, and then you were trying to get in touch with, and I didn't even see these notifications on my phone. I wasn't really looking at my phone that day. So you thought something awful had happened to my nan. So that's why I felt particularly bad. You know that if something terrible had happened, I probably would have told you.
Yeah, okay, that's true, yeah. And to be honest, 80% of me thought it's just Gaz being a dick. And to be honest, I wasn't that bothered by it. It's more the people around me that are bothered by it.
Okay.
Like Jack just goes, how can you do that? How can you just forget and just, because Jack's the opposite of you. He's always early and he's very, but to be honest, I just accept that as being part of you. It's fucking annoying, but that's just how you are and you ain't going to change. So there's nothing I can really do about it. But you got to know that other people get pissed off about it bad, not just Jack.
No. Going back to me being on time, that's what I realised with my job is like I can actually like hold a routine for a job. And part of me when I was like working in a restaurant, it was shift work. Obviously, I could sleep late and wasn't early starts. So I could kind of choose when I wanted to work, and I thought that I was going to become a personal trainer, and then I'd totally work off my own schedule. But actually now I have to a schedule of an office job, and even if I end up working at home, I'll have to stick to a schedule of office hours. But yeah, I can do that, but also I can also in my own time be just as lazy as I ever was and just lose entire hours doing fuck knows what. So
for clarity, does this mean you're not going to be late in future?
Absolutely not.
So you think though, this is my honest, I've said this a million times on the podcast. Some people are just late people, some people are just early people. That's just in their DNA.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I think people could end up falling out of you over it. Not anyone in particular, just because it does show a lack of people's time and feelings.
Yeah. No.
Whereas being early just means you're super wonderful. Anyway, moving on. Do you want another question?
Yeah, go for it.
Have you discovered you have any hidden talents in lockdown?
I can't wait to hear yours.
I don't have any.
Hidden talents? No, but I've cooked some really good food.
Oh yeah, you're a good housewife.
Yeah. No, I really am. I do like looking after people as well. So like, there's a little part of me that likes to do laundry for Dan and cook for him and like provide. I do like to provide, actually. But I think I've been cooking food that I wouldn't normally types of food that I wouldn't normally cook. So like, for example, I made a white sauce. I know that won't appeal to you, but like all you do is like put butter and flour and heat it in a pan and then start to add milk, and then you've got like a white sauce, like stuff like that, which seems like difficult or complex or something you need to buy. Actually, you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Really resourceful with how I stock my freezer and just like making meals out of like whatever is just there. That's what I've done. I've been quite resourceful and I've surprised myself sometimes. Like I made a haddock gratin. So that was like greens on the bottom, which should have been spinach, but I used greens because that's what I had, and then haddock with white sauce and potato layered on top with cheese.
Ooh.
And like it looked really good, and I don't normally cook like that. Normally when I cook one pot stuff like spaghetti bolognese or curry or whatever, but yeah, I've been cooking in a different way. It's not a hidden talent.
Did it taste nice?
Yeah. All of the meals I've done have been really good. Admittedly, a lot of them are Jamie Oliver stuff.
That doesn't matter.
And when I tell Dan, he's got a vendetta against Jamie Oliver because when he was at school, he liked eating turkey Twizzlers. Jamie Oliver took them away. So Dan, Jamie Oliver this, Jamie Oliver that. But yeah. I
agree. I'm on Dan's side here.
So did you see well, you're not really into food, so probably wouldn't have watched it, but Jamie did a show in response to lockdown called like Cook and Keep Calm and Cook, or Cook and Carry On, or something like that.
Keep calm and waz it up.
So this show, like, he was trying to basically teach people how they could make stuff from the store cupboard ingredients they had, and also using the freezer as well, which is not stuff I've learned from Jamie. I've just been doing it myself. But like, it was also supposed to be easy things where if you didn't have this, you could use that. And he did like 3 episodes in his studio, and then lockdown happened, and he started having to do it off of his phone. In this show, and like initially it started off like really good, and then lockdown happened, and it was him in his kitchen with a phone trying to like shoot the shots that he'd normally do in a cooking show, but also not that good. And then
his wife film it for him, or is it one of his kids?
She was helping. You'd like hear his kids in the background, like fighting with each other and stuff. It was obviously, I think when he does his shows are in a studio kitchen. Obviously, it's not where he lives. And then the next episode was like a clip show of his old shows. I was like, obviously, it's so bad.
They've given up on him.
He tried though.
Tell Dan this from me. Jamie Oliver going on Twizzlers and all this shit. See how fat Jamie Oliver looks these days. Not good. Not good, man.
He's definitely put on some weight.
He needs to practice what he preaches.
This is the problem. This is what I'm scared of. Like, okay, I've just turned 34, but I'm worried that like you get fat from this age, like towards 40. I'm just going to be downhill from here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get that body that my dad developed.
Oh, the paunch.
Yeah.
I couldn't really say because I'm always up and down on my weight anyway. Maybe up, to be honest. But do you know what? Since I've stopped eating all this McDonald's, you think, oh, I'd be like super skinny now. But because I'm not walking anywhere, I'm just the same. Shit. I thought, I want, you know.
Are you not doing that anymore? You go to the park a lot.
Yeah, we've been going to the park. We've been walking to Lidl, you know, which is at Rose Hill. But not, to be honest, I've not been doing it every day. Probably like every other day. So, I've been doing Just Dance, but I've only done it like.
You don't like what?
Just Dance is a game on the Switch.
Yeah, but you really don't like what? Did you say?
Oh, I've only done it about 4 times.
Oh.
But I thought that I would be skinny just because I'm eating so much less takeaways. But no.
What are you eating now? Do you not want to talk about that on the pod?
No, I don't give a fuck. We're just eating like, I don't know, like bacon sandwiches and like rolls and chicken chips.
Does Jack eat like array like of like with sauce and vegetables and stuff or not?
He eats with a lot of ketchup and mayo.
Okay.
He just eats like a toddler, so he's fine with me.
Fine. Yeah, because I thought that could pose a potential challenge because obviously you have quite a limited diet. Fit around, or if he needs to cook for himself or whatever. Yeah, no,
I feel bad for him. Like if he was going out with someone else, he'd probably be eating quite healthy. If he's going out with me, he's quite happy to eat the shit that I'm eating. But obviously, he watches his weight because he used to be bigger, so he's, counts his calories. So.
Have you taken advantage of the McDonald's that are now delivering? Is that reachable to your?
No, there's not one near us. Oh, no. I will have one, obviously.
I've been missing restaurants. So a couple of weeks ago, on I think it was the night they did that big night in, which was just coincidental.
Hmm.
The charity, like Children in Need, wasn't it?
Right.
I kind of simulated a Pizza Express experience.
Ah, cool.
I went to Sainsbury's and I bought Pizza Express branded pizzas
Mm.
and the dressing and their dough balls, and serve it like in my house in courses. Like did a starter and a main,
Oh,
and I
that's
put
cool.
on the playlist for Pizza Express on Spotify as well. They have a jazz bar in Covent Garden or Soho. No, Covent Garden, I think. So I had like a Pizza Express jazz list. So I like put that on and put a candle on the table and was like just pretending it was a restaurant.
That's cool. And did it taste good?
Yeah, I mean the pizzas, they're pretty good for like shop bought ones. That's not as great as in the restaurant, but yeah, no, they're decent enough. And then
no, go on.
the other one I miss is Honest Burgers, which I love their burgers.
Oh yeah.
And I missed out because they started doing like delivery of like kits to make their burgers, but it was like they did this honesty box thing, so it was like a donation, and I should have done that because I probably could have got it for quite good value. Not that I would have given a shit, like but they were releasing them at like 11 a.m. on consecutive days, and they were selling out like that.
And I take it they've all gone now.
Yeah, they've stopped it now.
Yeah.
Sadly. What were you about to say?
Oh, just fun, which I'd recommend to you and viewers is no, not drugs. Is YouTube karaoke.
YouTube karaoke.
Yeah, you ever done that?
Is it like with other people online, or
no? You just type in a name of a song you like on YouTube and put the word karaoke, and if it's a popular song, which would be more likely to be a song you fucking like than I do, that's a scrape by with what they got on there. No, actually, there is quite a few songs there, but you just sing along with it. And, you realise like how difficult it is to fucking sing when the other, the real singer is singing, and the songs you thought you were good at singing, not so much. Like when we went to Lucky Voice with Ryan. Ryan's taking a right drubbing on this. She was rather shrill. But that's actually a really fun thing to do. Are you going to try and do that?
YouTube karaoke? Maybe not.
Honestly, it's really fun.
But, Dan can really sing.
Oh, he'll love it then.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could do it. All right, I'll try it.
It's better not to be honest, better not to be able to sing, I think. If you can sing well, it puts the other person on. Yeah, like you.
Problem. That's my problem.
It's really fun. I think Dan would enjoy it.
Yeah.
And viewers, I think you would enjoy that too.
I need the toilet. Can I go for a wee?
I actually want to go as well. Should we both go? I won't pause. Oh no. Let's take it in turns because we'll need to go. You go.
Sorry.
He's very unbothered. I was ready to get there. Did he actually say sorry there? It was borderline. Interesting. He has changed in lockdown. Viewers, stroke listeners. Sorry about the sound quality on this, though. I mean, I don't know what the sound quality is like, but I'm just assuming it's terrible. But we do. I can do Zoom, but it's like, 45-minute maximum. So, oh God, I'm not very good at filling, am I? We need booze. Like drinking in the daytime now, it's just I've been doing quite well with drinking, like just drinking sort of not even every other day, I'd say every third day, but then drinking quite a lot of the weekend. So it's like been quite reasonable. Not been eating that much actually.
Monologuing. I hate monologuing. You're much better at it than me.
Right, I'm going now, so you're going to have to do it.
What shall I talk to people about by myself? No input.
You see Towie?
Yeah.
There you go.
Very chilled. Yeah, the quality of this probably is going to be terrible. So half the time I can't actually hear you. I think we should have done it on Zoom, but we would have been cut off after 45 minutes, which actually might have been a blessing. Let's have a look. Maybe I should go through my list, but I need Lindsay here to comment and give her input. Let's have a look. Okay. I've got my top 3 things to do in quarantine. No, actually, there are top 5 things to do in quarantine. Actually, now it looks like I'm just talking to a cat. Sorry. Oh, yeah. No, now it just looks like I'm talking to the cat. I was going to start going through my list, but I realised that you weren't here to put in the input.
Right, I'm back.
Okay, so let's start going through my top things to do in quarantine.
Go on.
And if we've also done them, I bet you've done these. So obviously, the first one is binge a TV series or 2. Mm-hmm. What are you watching in quarantine? What have you been watching in lockdown?
90 Day Fiance.
I need to know about. Where are you watching 90 Day Fiance?
TLC. Have you got Sky?
No.
You've got to watch it. It's the best reality show except for Big Brother. Do you know what's good about it? I'll tell you what's good about it. It's kind of real. It feels real. You know how the thing we hate about reality shows is when it's scripted, and there is the odd bit that is a bit dubious, but on the whole it feels real. When they have like proper arguments on it, or when it's a bit of a controlling relationship or a bit of it just feels very real. And there's loads of just shocking moments. Someone got mugged with a machete on the last episode I watched.
Fill me in on the premise. I'm guessing these are people that don't know each other.
It's people who they've basically been dating sort of online in a variety of ways, or they might have met someone on holiday abroad, and then they come to America on this K1 visa, it's called, and they have 90 days to decide whether to get married or not, and if not, they have to go back. Like, you legally have to get married within those 90 days.
Okay. Yeah,
so some relationships just totally falter, and then others are okay. And some of them are like Mormons, and some of them are like some guy with some 20-year-old like Filipino girl or something that's really creepy. It's interesting. Some of them are just like horrible bitches, and the men are just like desperate losers. Like, it sounds awful, but it's so entertaining. And now there's this other one called Before the 90 Days, which is before they even decide to get engaged. So just when, say, couples have been talking online and they just meet each other, and it's even worse, they decide they don't really like each other. So then there's even more drama. So there's just so many spin-off shows to it. It's so entertaining. We literally watch it a day with each one of our meals. We watch it.
So that again, you literally what?
We watch it 3 times a day with every meal. We do.
Put you off for dinner sometimes. It sounds like some creepy relationships in there.
It's so entertaining. And then they have a reunion show at the end where all the couples meet and they just have a massive Barney with each other and just dig each other out for their behaviour during the series. It's so funny.
So I didn't have like a real world connection. I thought it was put together by the show. I thought it was a bit like Married at First Sight.
No, it's not. They've met like normally like online dating apps or stuff like that. And it's quite nice. Not normally though. It's like a normal couple on it, but normally they're just fucking nuts, and it's very, very good. If you've got nothing to watch, I'm talking to listeners of you, and you're thinking of something to watch, just fucking watch this. There's so many fucking episodes of it. You'll be sorted till fucking September, but at least next September. Honestly, it's so good.
So this has been out for a while in the US then.
Yeah, we watched like 7 seasons of just the original show, and now we're on season 2 of the Before the 90 Days. And then there's watched 90 Day Fiance the other way. The American person goes to live in the other country.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So it's honestly, it sounds shit when I describe it, but it's so good. This is the same with Animal Crossing. For my bit now, Animal Crossing looks rubbish, sounds rubbish. When you first play it, it's stupid. And then like 3 days later, you're fucking hooked. It's just like, what am I doing? I'm shaking these trees. I'm chopping down trees. I've got bloody Joseph coming to visit wearing a Harry Potter outfit. It's like, what is going on? It's so fucking addictive. I've been playing 4 hours at a time.
4 hours at a time.
Yeah, I can't explain what's good about it, but there's something very, very addictive about that game. It's quite insidious. I actually think they invented this game to keep people pacified during coronavirus.
Oh, it's part of the conspiracy.
Yeah. Even though I think it was out beforehand.
Probably. And also to shift more Switch consoles as well.
Yeah. Why hasn't Dan got Animal Crossing?
He doesn't. He thinks he won't like it.
That's the thing. He will. Because that's exactly what I thought. He will like it. You need to get it for him. He will fucking love it, but you'll never see him again.
Exactly. It will take up so much of his time. He's currently still playing Zelda.
I know what he's playing because I see him pop up on my thing. Luigi's Mansion he's playing.
He doesn't like that one so much.
I see
He got
it.
Yeah, he just revived it recently, but he's been playing Fire Emblem, which looks like sort of Japanese Harry Potter spin-off. It's an RPG, and it all just looks like text on a screen, which for me looks boring.
Oh, God.
But he's downloaded this expansion pack for Zelda. Do you have Zelda for you or not? Probably not.
No, but I know what Zelda is, but I just like the goblins and the, emeralds and shit. You know.
And I think he likes Pokemon, so that's probably like he'd probably more like to invest time in Pokemon than Animal Crossing. But I think
he would love Animal Crossing.
It looks a bit.
It looks shit. That's exactly what I said. It looks rubbish. It looks like it's for 5-year-olds. And I was like, what's good about it? Luke was like, oh, you do this, do that. I thought, that sounds rubbish. But I thought, I've got nothing better to do. I bought it. I was like, this is shit. And then about 3 days later, boom, hooked. You just go in the shop, you chop down the trees, pick fruit, you go in the shop, they go, what, you sell them your shit, go away. Fucking, this Tom Nook character, this fucking raccoon, he goes, you owe me fucking 200,000 bells. He's like, you better get to work. But you get to work, you start cutting down them trees, and then you want to in your house. It's like, oh, I want an room. It's like, that'll be 500,000 bells, get to work. And off you go. Catching fish, fucking catching dragonflies. You do it because he tells you. You don't want to mess with him.
He sounds a bit sort of dark and threatening. I don't know if I want to meet that.
I was searching for stuff about Animal Crossing and someone had put in, is Tom Nook a villain? He's not a villain, he's just the mortgage broker. Actually, the best thing about it, I'll shut up about it now, is it's so non-threatening. Nothing bad actually ever happens. Like, there's no boss to defeat. Like, the worst thing that happens is some twat lives on the island. There's one guy on my island who reminds me of you. I'm trying to get him. He is always trying to make me exercise. He's always like weightlifting and working out. He's like strutting around, like, getting his fucking biceps out. I keep hitting him over the head with my net, trying to get him to leave. And then he just goes, oh, you've upset me, but he won't leave. Leave already. And then,
on your island?
You are?
How was he on your island?
Exactly. He was there when I moved in. But,
you're on his island.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yesterday, I went to James, BB North's island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's like Neverland. He's not got a roller coaster, but he might as well have. It was just like beautiful past, like fucking, I don't know what was on there, but it was like majestic. I was embarrassed that he'd come to my island first. I was like, oh, let's be looking down at him. He had this little villager on his island who I like. He's like a little angry fellow, like a little grumpy thing. And James was hitting him, trying to get rid of him. I was like, I want this one. Can't we swap? He's so annoying. I want the little angry squirrel. Instead, I've got this fucking workout fucking twat. Ugh.
Is that workout person a real person?
No, he's just a little animal.
No, but is it like a player in real life?
No, he's called Coach. Ugh.
So it's a computer generated.
Yeah, it's computer generated. He's a little dickhead. But honestly,
Huh?
James's island was just, oh my God, I want to move there. It was beautiful.
Had James curated his own island? Is that why?
Yeah, I'll say. Honestly, it was like, I don't know, Narnia. No,
Utopia.
better than that. What?
Utopia.
It was Utopia. I want to live there. So yeah, it was nice to pop and see James, and it has been nice to sort of socialise with people on there, like Laurie's kid, Harry, Joseph, Andrew. There's so many people who I've kind of been and visited their island on there. It's quite cute, really. And you can either open your gates or keep them closed. Like, leave me alone today. I don't want to talk to you. But I send like Gary like little gifts. Like I sent him like a sweatshirt, and he sent me a little rocking horse back. I don't know. It sounds stupid, but it's really cute.
Absolutely preposterous. And if you're doing the audio thing, you can just freely talk like we are now.
Yeah, you just go on your phone on an app, because I was talking to Trivia, and honestly, Trivia talks so much like Laurie. They just sound like the same person. It just sounds exactly the same. It's so funny. Their island was nice, but not as nice as me. Supreme.
Does it draw you in by having like time limits on things?
It draws you in because you want to get the better stuff. You want to get more stuff, more and more stuff, and you want to make your house as nice as possible. Which sounds like that, but it just. And then there's other little things that go on as well, like little activities and shit. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but once you start playing it, you're fucked. You're totally fucked.
I've got a problem as well, because I'm playing this game on my phone, which is this Disney game.
Yeah.
It's called Sorcerer's Arena, and like you can collect all the characters.
Yeah.
It's like a level. You've got to like level them all up.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to wait for like the energy to replenish itself. So once your energy comes back, you want to go back in and play again. And to level up all the characters.
You're not spending actual money on that, are you?
No, that's the thing. I'm not. So it's really progress, but like you want to like get all of the little, get all these things up so you can like get all the powers. It's so time consuming, and if you do all of your achievements every day, you get like extra points and extra diamonds and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've been too much time on this daily because I want to get my daily achievements unlocked.
Don't you think these things they're just pacifying us, aren't they?
I wish I'd never started it, but now I can't leave.
That's what I'm like with Animal Crossing. If I hadn't downloaded Animal Crossing, I could be writing that new book. And I could be doing the First Aid Kit Girl audiobook. But I still fucking wouldn't be. That's the whole point. It's impossible. Can I just say an audiobook? I really want to do the First Aid Kit Girl audiobook. But it's impossible to get a moment of peace and quiet where Towie's not meowing, there's not someone shouting outside. That's my excuse. There's my excuse.
Yeah, no, for that you'd have to go to a studio.
Well, I did the first chapter. That was the end. That was the end. I will try. Don't you feel like this guilt all the time? Like, oh, I should be doing something. I should be doing this. I do. I feel it all the time.
Shouldn't. And also, I think there's a lot of pressure on people to do all these stuff which they aren't doing and which they would normally do. And I think for people that are working from home, it's really hard to be as productive, and people have got a lot of pressure, but like it is harder to be productive when you're working from home. It's a completely different way to work. People have got kids in their lives and other people.
I don't know how people are working from home with kids. That is nuts.
Exactly.
I know, but then don't you feel like, oh well, we're not even having to work, so we should be doing X instead, and then we're not, and it's like
No.
I think this is a personal thing, because I've always felt like this because I always wanted to be a writer and blah blah blah, and just whenever you're not writing you always feel guilty, and in the past few years like I've just sacked off writing fast, but now I'm like, oh, now I should really be doing it again, so now I'm feeling guilty again, so it's just like
that's if you have a gym membership and you don't go.
Yeah.
It's like my gym is open 24/7 when it's open, which means I'm literally not there at any time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm also not there at any time when I could be.
Are you going to cancel your gym membership now?
I did think about that. I
Mm.
managed to get my membership down to £27 a month, so it's not that expensive. Also through work, but
Surely it should be on pause right now. Oh, actually, no.
it is
Yeah.
pause at the moment.
Good.
But I can do quite a lot with what I got. So if I got some more home gym equipment, especially in the summer, I'd probably be more inclined to do more at home. But
Yeah.
at the same time, a lot of equipment in the gym I could never get in my house.
Yeah.
Much it's too expensive as well.
Mm. So
We'll see.
what have you been? Fuck the gym. What have you been watching?
So Dan and I got Disney Plus.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, if you like Disney content, which obviously I do, but
Yeah.
we actually haven't watched much Disney content. We've watched all the Marvel films. I don't know if you
Okay.
like superhero films. No. So I kind of wasn't either, but Dan really is. And if you watch them all from the very start to the end, they all intertwine. And actually, it's a really well told and well constructed universe. So I grew and appreciate Marvel films because of that. And kind of fully understood why Dan was so mad about it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Which is nice because he's just watched all of Star Wars with me, and I think he now understands Star Wars, and I now understand Marvel. So we've done
cool.
a geek exchange.
Those are very straight franchises for you to both be into.
Like some straight things. Straight. Nah, there's lots of gay people into Marvel.
Actually, they're not that straight. I think about it.
Men in spandex.
Yeah.
And we've just yesterday got up to date with Killing Eve. Do you like it?
I like the first series, but I thought the second series was shit, and the third one we just gave up on.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, what is the fucking point of it now? Can you explain something to me? You've seen the second series, right? Why are they just like working together in the second series? Ain't she trying to arrest her? It just makes no sense to me.
Oh, why did she start working with Villanelle?
Yeah, why?
The
whole point of the show is she fucking killed her mate. Spoiler. And now, no, I don't get it.
Because she needed Villanelle to get to the bottom of the 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think they hired Villanelle, didn't they?
Yeah.
Basically, they had to bring her onto the inside in order to get to the bottom of what's running the operation.
I see. I don't think that was well explained. And also, the problem me and Jack have with it, I think Jack is actually turned me against it because I did enjoy it. Too many posh shows in it. And also, that second series was written by someone called Emerald Fennell, and that's off-putting.
Emerald
Fennell.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've seen that. There's a producer on it. There's a producer on it with a first name Thurlow with a TH. How weird is that?
That is weird. That's just rude, rubbing salt in the wounds. I do think the main characters in it are really good, especially Jodie Comer. She's unbelievable, but I've just gone off that show.
Her accents are incredible. The way she becomes a character, I find it amazing. I've just honestly, Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer, and also the woman who plays Carolyn, I just think they're such good portrayals of the characters. For me, I love everything about them. And also, did you like Fleabag?
Yeah.
Because Phoebe Waller-Bridge is like a producer of Killing Eve, and I feel like
she wrote the first series, which is why the first series was good.
Yeah. This third series is a complete gear change. It's really dark actually, and Eve's really down, but it's still good.
I'm over it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should try watching it again because that puts me off. It's like, oh, this posh person, that posh person.
So what?
I know, but he hates posh people and things. I don't know why. You know me, I like a posh show like Ben and Big Brother. Throwback.
Yeah, but Carolyn is very posh, the character of Carolyn, but I think like she plays it so well that it's not off-putting, but then I don't mind posh people, I suppose. But what else? Maybe I'm also benefit from the fact that I just watched it all in one go.
Oh yeah.
I had watched series 1, but I wanted to watch it again, and Dan hadn't seen any of it. So like,
Oh, that's cool.
just watched it as if it was a continuation, and series 2 starts right after 30 seconds later, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
on continuation. And then the other thing, go on. What did you have to say?
No, go on.
The other thing that we binge watched in a couple of days was Too Hot to Handle, which you took quite a long time to watch.
That fucking program.
It was so good.
It was so rubbish.
I thought it was brilliant.
Go on then. What was so good about it?
I thought it was like a pastiche of the dating reality show.
Was it actually a pastiche?
I think so, because
I
like, obviously
don't.
those people were drawn to that show on the pretense that it was going to be a dating show and that they'd be able to, be putting themselves wherever they wanted. And then the twist was they couldn't touch anyone.
Mm.
And I think it was more of a like send up of like Love Island type shows.
You're giving it too much credit.
The first 3 or 4 episodes, I definitely felt that, and then I thought it started to get a little bit too serious. Of it, it's an experience where we're supposed to learn
Oh, for fuck's sake!
How to form a relationship, which is also a problem that Love Is Blind had as well. It was like these people are trying to learn how to form a relationship.
Mm.
It's just funnier when you take the piss out of them and then take money away from them for kissing. And when those two sabotaged the prize fund and had their own kiss, I thought that was really entertaining.
But why did they just like make that girl the only entertaining person on that program? Like, oh, sorry, she had to go because she was too entertaining. Bye.
Oh yeah, and they just like cut her out.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because she was being rebellious, wasn't she?
Oh, great. We don't want the rebellious person on the reality show. Fuck.
It's like when Big Brother threw Kitten out.
Fucking stupid. They don't know how to run their own show. The stupid show, everyone on it was a complete arsehole. The whole thing at the end, oh yeah, just share them and what? Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
The end was disappointing. They should have given it to the actual couple.
Yeah.
There's one
no,
real couple.
because they break the rules.
They broke the rules.
Because there was Francesca and Harry, and then it was Sharon and
Sharon and
it's on the tip of my tongue.
I just realised I forgot all their names. Francesca and Harry, yeah, they were weird.
Yeah.
They didn't seem like a couple that will work in the outside world, but apparently they are still together.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, she lives in Canada. He lives in Australia. How the fuck is that working?
I don't know. I saw a picture of them on Instagram. Yeah, that's the point. How are they together now? Rhonda. Sharon
Rhonda. I knew it was like an old lady name.
When she introduced him to her kid on FaceTime, that was weird.
That was weird, yeah.
And he didn't have a top on. It's like, mate, put a shirt on. It's
have some respect.
Weird. It's really weird. Like, you like bearing your body while you're meeting this kid. It just didn't seem right.
Yeah, I don't know why you're into that show so much. That's a show that people watch to have anything else to do, including myself.
I really liked the narrator. I thought she was really funny.
She was funny, yeah.
It was a bit like me, the way she narrated it. It was a bit of a piss take.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The only way I managed to get Jack to watch the show with me and do video, there's videos of me and Jack watching that on our BB on Blast Facebook page. If you're interested. The only way I got to do that was allow him to drink while we did it and not have a drink otherwise. Bribe him to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
It reminded me of Big Brother because Lana was like a Big Brother style entity who oversaw the whole thing and like would pop up at any time and seemed a little bit like something to be feared, or they were all like Lana.
They didn't fear her that much. They just all carried on getting off of each other anyway. Stupid.
Well, I loved it.
Go on.
And I thought it was better than Love Is Blind. A lot better.
Oh, I didn't. Love Is Blind was better. I don't like Love Is Blind as shit. You should watch Temptation Island. There's only 2 series of it. It's so good.
Only 2 series?
Yeah. Of the American version. The new version, anyway.
Right.
Yeah, honestly. It's so good. And another thing that I've been going on and on about, which you won't be interested in, is Succession, which if you've not watched, I don't think you'll like it. It's like about this family who are all like stabbing each other. They run this big media corporation, which sounds boring as fuck, but it's so fucking good. It's so funny, and the characters in it are so good. You might like it. I don't know.
What's it called?
Succession.
Is this American?
It's American. I've got it in my Dropbox if anyone wants it. It's got Brian Cox in it, not that one. It's got Kieran Culkin. Honestly, it's so good. It's written by the writers of Peep Show.
Oh,
but it's
weird.
American and it's a drama, and the budget is fucking. Oh, that's such a fucking good show. Honestly, it's so good. I can't explain it. It's like all stabbing each other in the back, just giving each other over, and just, everyone in it is a complete arsehole, but it's so entertaining.
I might try it.
Honestly, it's really good. I've got it in my Dropbox if you want to try it. Anyone, if you want to watch Succession, I'll give you the link. You need to watch it. It's that good.
Anything else?
Right.
For TV?
No, for TV, we started watching that. We're only about halfway through it.
What is it?
It's like a true crime documentary. You might like that, actually. Jinx.
What's it called?
The Jinx. Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Sky. But I'm not really sure where it's going. I'll tell you afterwards whether it's worth watching or not. It's quite interesting, though. I think
you watched Tiger King?
No, the reason why I didn't was I can't look at those animals in those cages. It just freaks me out.
Yeah.
Even though I could watch Don't Fuck with Cats somehow, but just that whole thing just made me feel sick. But I know what happened in it.
I think you've listened to a podcast about him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I saw the BBC advertising their Louis Theroux documentary.
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
Old.
Yeah, I watched that years ago.
I actually think Tiger King is all hype. Like, it's not that interesting as a story even. It's just that they're ridiculous.
They drag things out too long on Netflix.
Definitely, they could have done that in an hour. That one documentary.
Yeah.
It's only interesting because the people are like caricatures. That's the only reason it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't care for that, and I don't care for everyone talking about it. Another one thing, short, sweet. There's another show on Netflix called How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. I've not watched all of them. It's dubbed. It's a German show, but it's so good. It kind of reminds me of like The End of the Fucking World or like Misfits. It's really quirky and fun. So I'd recommend that too. Have you seen that on Netflix? How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. It's called. Okay. It's really fun. It's kind of like a teenage sort of a show, but it's cool.
And possibly educational as well.
You what?
Possibly educational as well.
Yeah.
I saw something on Vice TV about how kids are buying drugs on Snapchat. Did I tell you about that already?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I watched some of those things on Vice TV with the guy. Yeah, I like that presenter. Jack's got a bit of a crush on that guy. Maybe because we were watching something about like LSD and Viagra and shit like that.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff on their YouTube, right?
Yeah, they were on Sky for some reason as well.
Yeah, Channel 4 have got some Vice content as well on 4OD.
That was interesting.
Also on my list to do in lockdown is make a TikTok. Oh,
you did that, didn't you?
Yeah, Dan and I made a TikTok. I'd like us to make more, actually. It's quite fun.
Your first one went down quite well. It was mentioned on Julia's podcast.
And
that was the very end of that podcast. I was listening to it as I was going to sleep, and they went, "Oh, Gaz," and I was like, "Oh!" Suddenly I was awake. I was like, "Oh fuck."
Do you think you and Jack could venture into the world of TikTok? I thought you tweeted something about TikTok yesterday.
I fucking hate TikTok. It's annoying. Oh, look at this on TikTok. No, I don't want to. It's pointless. I just don't get it. I'm too old. I'm too old for that. I'm too old to Snapchat. I just don't get it. Your thing was cool, but it's like, I've looked at that. It was kind of entertaining. Now what? Now what?
Move on to the next TikTok.
Oh, that's not good.
This is my number 3 thing to do in lockdown. Apply for a TV show.
Oh, that's a good idea. Have you actually done it? Have you done it?
I want to apply for, and I don't know if you watched it, Race Across the World.
No, I want to know about this show because everyone's been telling me I should watch it. So don't spoilerize me. Alfie has been particularly bending my ear about it. Should I watch it?
Alfie loved it. I think that you would like it, but I don't know because it's not like studio based. It's harder to know if you will. But
outdoors. I don't like things outdoors.
But it's not outdoors per se. It's not like they live on an island. They have to travel across the world with a limited budget. What I liked about this series, and I think there is already one series from last year, but I didn't watch it, and I reckon this series probably the ratings went through the roof because no one's got anything to do. But the people on it were more like normal people. They weren't like reality types, which might actually not appeal to you anymore. Like you quite like those sort of,
I'm so far the other way.
Yeah, exactly. But, they're more like the one thing that I actually thought the casting was bad to begin with. It took me a few episodes to really warm to all of the people in the game, but they all seem to have like an issue to overcome, and I felt like it was a little bit too BBC. It was like, oh, can this couple, rekindle whatever?
I see.
They definitely like that. They like to tell that story amongst the show, but like for me, I would rather have like maybe a really funny couple.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but there was no like this is the funny pair or there wasn't any sort of like those sort of reality TV tropes that we expect. But in the end, that was not bad. It's quite a nice thing, and I was like, oh yeah, you can make good reality TV with normal people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch one episode and see what I think.
But bear in mind, it might take you a few weeks to actually start to sort of really warm.
A few weeks? Fuck off! I ain't got a few. I have, but.
Well, it's not weeks because you've got it all there on iPlayer.
That's true.
Sound just cut out, but you're talking about your hair. What?
Yeah, I dyed it pink. It's already faded out.
Yeah, I noticed that, but have you not got any more dye?
Yeah, I've got more. I'm going to dye my hair permanently orange, but not yet.
Orange?
Yeah, orange.
Ginger or orange?
Or like bright orange. I bought the dye already.
Like that woman out of Gimme Gimme Gimme.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I was thinking more of like her out of Fifth Element, but yeah. Great. Thanks a lot, Kathy Burke and Gimme Gimme Gimme. I love Kathy Burke, but that's not a good look for her. Anyway, I'm going to do that in the next week. Okay. Did you see Jack's turquoise hair? Looks cool.
Yeah, is his washed out yet?
No, his has stayed in quite well. Don't know how. Annoying.
I don't know if I'd want hair that colour, but it was all right. I think it's lockdown. I think he'd want to go about normal life with it.
Oh, no. Something to do in lockdown, isn't it?
Exactly. Number 4 is bake. I guess you haven't done any baking, but you like to eat baked goods, don't you?
How dare you? We were thinking about making bread. I didn't know, but we haven't done it yet.
Gonna make bread?
Yeah.
Thing is, it's really hard to find flour.
Oh, probably won't do that then.
Yeah, I've got yeast. I managed to get it in the end from like a big supermarket. But Dan started. Everyone was making sourdough. Dan did sourdough.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's good.
that. Yeah, you have to put it in the jar and like put stuff in day after day. You can't. You have to wait like a week, at least a week.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a little project you can do.
Oh, I've eaten that. I wouldn't have eaten that if I known that.
It's got bubbles in it. Fermented.
Oh, it sounds. Oh, I'm not eating that again. That sounds gross. Oh dear, we're minusing things off my food groups.
My number 1 is obviously work out because that's really what I needed to do in lockdown. That's my number 1.
I'd say that.
Have lots of sex. Well,
why are you whispering that?
Because it's a rude one. if you're at home with your other half, obviously you're gonna end up having a lot of sex, right?
Well, yeah, it passes the time, doesn't it? Passes a few seconds.
Try to you. Why not?
Yeah, I'd say my routine is just like get up, play Animal Crossing, eat, play Animal Crossing. Oh, I thought of two other good TV shows. Did you watch Quiz?
No, I want to.
You should watch that. It was really good, and it's got some session in it. And who plays Major Ingram? That guy. The guy who played the coughing Major is out of Succession.
Okay.
And Beat the Chasers. Have you watched that? You don't really like quiz shows, do you?
It's a new variant of The Chase, right?
Yeah, but it's got all the chasers on it. You have to beat all of them. It's actually really entertaining.
Are they doing this remotely? Is it new or is it studio?
No, I think they must have had it filmed already because they've only released 5 episodes. I think they've probably got about 30, but they're going to eat them out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's good. It reminds me of Old School Millionaires. Really good.
Oh, okay. Maybe I would. I used to love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Honestly, it's really punchy because people come on and they're like gone again in like 5 minutes, and then it's the next person because they all just basically lose. But
how are they coping in the soaps? Like, what are they doing now? Have they run out yet?
They're dragging them out very slowly. No, Alfie texted me about it, actually. He said Emmerdale runs out in May and Corrie runs out in June. But apparently they're going to start filming them again in June, I heard. But that knows how they know that.
Do you think that they'll just like jump ahead in time and be like, oh, everyone was in quarantine for a few months and now
they won't mention coronavirus. They can't because it doesn't fit in. No one wants to watch self-isolating, do they?
I don't know. You say that, but on Netflix, all the movies about pandemics like jumped up the charts. Everyone wants to watch stuff about virus outbreaks and stuff. It's weird.
I watched that documentary on Netflix about pandemics. It's quite interesting.
So these are my things not to do in quarantine. Get locked out of your house is one of them.
Oh, I've done that since being in quarantine.
Was that since quarantine?
Oh, no, that was just before actually.
Yeah, mine was during quarantine when I had to get a train to go to my landlord's house to collect my key. So,
another breach.
This is why I've had to go on a bus and had to go on a train, because my landlord was self-isolating because her husband has a health condition. And therefore I had to go to Surrey, which is like the next city, on the train. And gave me these like detailed instructions of how to find her house, right? And it was down this like private road, really long, massive houses each side, tree-lined street. And she was like, oh yeah, when you get to the tree in the middle of the road, then you have to turn right. And then obviously I turned the wrong direction. I went up this street called Bear's Den. I was like, is this the way to get to whatever? And the guy was like, no, this is Bear's Den. She's
surprised he didn't shoot you.
She goes, I put the outside lights on so you can see the house. They look like flames. I was like, okay.
Fancy. Yeah. That's Survivor.
It did help me identify the house, to be fair. And then she put the keys on the doorstep and she spoke to me from an upstairs window. I felt like such a peasant.
Was that house massive?
Absolutely huge. That's obviously what it pays for, but yeah, it was massive.
Yeah. My landlord's house is fucking massive as well. Because I've been around there for the very same reason.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where is it?
It's in Epsom.
That's where they live around here, all the landlords.
Yeah, they live in the posh area, not in our rough bits.
I said it's a world away from where I live out here. Like.
Did you?
Yeah.
My landlord gave me a good reduction on my rent, though. He reduced it from 900 to 720. But only for 2 months. I want to try and get an extra month out of him.
I got 50 quid off for a couple of months as well, but I think when I go back to work, I'll still be on less money.
Yeah.
I think I can probably get away with continuing the reduction, though. My landlord's quite reasonable. Well, not as reasonable as it was, but that was huge. But like you said, you've lived there for ages.
My landlord is actually all right, which is weird to say, but it's true.
My next thing not to do is hook up with people on apps.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, obviously. Are people doing that?
Well, I mean, obviously we're in relationships, so we're not. But my charity at the moment has a big campaign to encourage people to masturbate instead of going to meet people. That's the current line of campaigning.
I'd like to see the poster for that.
It's got like a hand on it.
Like,
That's what I can look forward to working on if I do go back to work, encouraging
that's-
people to stay at home and masturbate.
that sounds fun.
But you just know that people are still doing it. They must be.
I mean, to be honest, if you were single, would you?
No, I don't think so.
I think I
Single?
might. I might
Yeah.
if it was someone really, really nice.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, if it was, yeah, now or never, you know.
See?
Pleasure pledge. What are the fingers?
During first lockdown.
Are the fingers pink or is that just the glare?
It says signed a wanker.
Oh my God, who designed that?
Let's see the marketing team. Oh look.
Oh my God. That's brilliant.
No, it's good, isn't it?
It's
Well,
funny.
can't be prudish about this. Shout out to my charity. Don't shave off your beard or cut your own hair.
Well,
I
yeah.
think doing a little trim is fine, but then I've seen people who have beards who have like shaved off their whole beard. It's like, why? You normally maintain that when you're at home, surely.
That's true.
People are like shaving their heads.
But what's going to happen with your hair, your fringy bit? You're just going to grow it long like Justin Bieber?
My problem is not actually the fringe. My problem is my sides because
Yeah.
they're so. I want those grey sides taken out.
Grey is fine. Grey is nice.
I don't like it. But
Fine.
I'll probably, if I get to the point that it's too long, I'll just like have to start doing
Oh, to have a quiff.
the blowover.
Oh yeah, well, that'd be nice. Oh yeah, because you used to have hair much longer. You used to have your man bun.
Have a man bun.
Oh God, we don't want that back again.
Not actually almost possible,
Really?
but not quite. I had so much hair before, but yeah, no, I really would like when this is over, the barber shops are going to be overrun.
If they're not all shut down, that's what I'm worried about. I'm just worried some things are just never going to open again.
That's definitely going to happen for some small business. Right?
And I'm just worried like we're not going to be able to go on holiday like we used to, and I don't know, just everything.
We will.
You think? You seem a lot more optimistic about things than me. And you're the one who's not been watching the news, so that makes me concerned.
No, because, okay, obviously there's going to be a lot of businesses that will fold, but businesses want to make money, so life will continue. Even whole countries need to think about their economy, and tourism is massive for a lot of economies around the world. So eventually it will have to continue. We're not going to like hide from this virus forever, are we?
I hope not.
No. And my
go on.
My top not to do in lockdown is start an OnlyFans to make up for your lost income.
I've been hearing about Cameron's OnlyFans recently.
Recently?
Cameron Coles, yeah. Someone sent me the details and said he was posing for pictures of his boyfriend or something.
Oh, actually, I was sent some pictures. Did I ever send them to you? Was it?
I don't think so.
From Judy Girl sent me some.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to see them, to be honest.
Probably you don't, actually.
Actually, maybe.
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, don't show it on here because it's, he needs to make money for that.
Yeah. Also,
yeah, he only won like 100 grand. And it's explicit. We don't care about that.
We should, we do if we put it on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We should have Cameron to check in and see what he's done with himself post Big Brother.
I know, but it sounds quite bleak from what I've been hearing.
Uh,
Hopefully he's okay. Hope you're still liking women. Not like that, but not hating them. Yeah, go on.
Have you got any more discussion points? Any more questions?
Just that before this started, I was like looking for a new job, hoping to progress my career. I was feeling a bit, like my skills weren't being utilized very much in my job. So now it just feels like I'm just nothing. But I don't know, it's a funny time to apply for a job, isn't it?
Unless you want to go and pick fruit on a farm.
I'm doing that already on Animal Crossing, so I've got the skills. I don't know. I just feel like, in a way, I would like to get a new job, but it's a funny time.
You'd be lucky. Well, just be grateful for the one you've got if you've still got it at the end of this, really.
I am, but also my friend said to me, you need to get a job outside the charity sector. She said you should go and work for, a university or a library or a council or something like that. It's kind of true. Charity sector is precarious at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, I think it has been for a while.
Kind
of always is. I don't know. Maybe it's harder now. I think it's getting harder now to convince people to part with their money.
Yeah.
That's why it's for our sector.
Yeah.
That's a bit serious for us, isn't it?
I know, but also I am really good at what I do, and the fact that they're not taking advantage of that. But I'm looking on my professional Twitter about all the stuff that internal communicators are doing during the crisis, and there's so much interesting stuff going on, and I'm fucking on Animal Crossing. It just fucks me off. I just feel like I could offer so much. But they're just not interested. I get that they've furloughed 60% of staff, so it's a lot of people. It just could be such good experience for me that I'm not getting. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, that is just absolutely nothing. So I shouldn't even be moaning about that, but that's how I feel about it. So
I don't know why, but in my company, they're treating furlough as confidential information. So they never actually told us who's been furloughed. They told individuals, but they didn't tell everyone else who else is. Bit weird.
Are you getting a weekly sort of update? We get a weekly email.
I haven't checked my emails once, so.
No, we're getting it to our home email sort of thing.
No, we're not getting that. We're told to not be part of it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we should check our BB on Blast emails actually, because I did ask for emails, but I don't have anyone's given me. Did you? Yeah.
We log in. Have you got?
I might have it actually. Hold on. Oh no, I feel like we're ending on a sour note now. Let's talk about something fun. No, I don't think anyone's fucking emailed us. Motherfuckers.
Oh, I've got a question for you.
Oh, go on.
Have you heard anything about Australian Big Brother yet?
It's happening in June, right?
Yeah, so they released a trailer with pictures of their house. I guess you've avoided that.
Oh no, I just haven't seen it.
Okay. And for some reason they've revealed one housemate.
Oh.
And I don't know why, because it doesn't sound very interesting.
Is it someone famous or something?
I think so.
Just checking my other emails.
What a spam we've got.
What? Oh, what's that?
It's full of spam from something called Juxin Radhima.
Oh, I know. I don't know what that is. Oh, also, bbonblast.com has gone down, I think, because I ain't paid the thing.
No.
Let's have a look. It's too expensive. You have to pay 60 quid for it. Oh, yeah. bbonblast.com is now dead. So if you want that to come back, that's nice. But I have bought the domain, so you can't go and buy that. So if internet trolls, behave yourself. I just can't actually connect it to the website because I can't afford it because Wix is so fucking expensive. I hate Wix. Oh, we did have Jersey RY guy on Instagram, who's Ryan Corman. He's listened to the podcast for ages. He did say on my picture, "Do you guys still do the podcast?" So that was some interest. And also on Twitter,
Who's that person?
who is it? Who's who?
Someone was writing on. Someone called Leslie, was it? Commenting on Twitter today.
Oh, was it Swanky Martini? Yes, this is it. She said, "I'm currently alone and furloughed. Maybe on Blast episode would be much joy. Happy birthday, Gaz." That's Leslie at Swanky Martini. Oh, and she's also hiding from tornadoes. So she's definitely got it worse than us. How do you feel people who are like actually having serious things? This is a pair of assholes.
Did you just say that we're a pair of assholes?
No, don't you think people think we're a pair of assholes moaning about like not having anything to do, and we're just a pair of fucks, you know?
I haven't moaned about not having anything to do. I said I love having nothing to do.
I just know people. There's a lot of people going through really bad, way worse time than us. So
Yeah, and hopefully us talking shit about stuff that we're not qualified to comment on will be a little bit of a distraction.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I am. Oh no, I'm being maudlin again. I am definitely concerned about domestic violence during the lockdown. That is a massive concern of mine. Imagine being stuck with someone abusing you during the lockdown. That is something that just terrifies me. But that's not a very cheerful thing to talk about.
That is genuinely something that has happened.
Yeah.
They were talking about it on the news. Have you seen about it? About instances increasing?
Yeah. Oh, it's gone through the roof. The government have given like 76 million or something. Yeah.
You what?
The government have given like 76 million to refugees. But the government shut down all the fucking refugees in the first place, so it's their fucking fault anyway.
Davina was talking about it as well on the Big Night In. She did a little shout out for donations.
Did she?
Focusing on domestic violence, yeah.
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah.
I think it's weird that also, and I haven't seen it myself, but like when lockdown started, everyone started to think about old Big Brother. Did you notice that? Like a lot of people were talking about.
Please bring it back to Big Brother. Yeah,
and,
I know.
Apparently on this morning they got like a load of old Big Brother people. Did you watch that? To talk about how to cope in lockdown. You've seen most of it.
Yeah, for some reason I never saw that bit, but I don't know why. I should have done.
Defrosted like Craig Phillips and Kate Lawton.
Wheeled him out.
Talk about how to survive in lockdown. I thought this is like trivialising the whole thing, really, isn't it? Like,
yeah, a bit.
Once lived in a house on telly, so now we know how to cope with coronavirus. Like, no.
Oh God. Oh,
Coronavirus.
I've talked for too long. My throat hurts.
You better tend to your parsnips or whatever you're growing on.
Turnips. What was I going to say? Oh, for fuck's sake. Have you asked all your questions?
Yeah, I just had my top. All I had was my top 5s of to-dos and not to-dos.
Okay.
One of which you've cutting your own hair.
Yeah, but look, it's not so bad.
I think it's fun to touch up your fringe.
Oh, I think everyone should do YouTube karaoke, watch Succession, buy Animal Crossing, watch 90 Day Fiancé, dye your hair a silly colour, and eat, drink, and be merry.
Mine is create your own restaurants at home, simulate your favourite restaurant, lift something heavy, apply for a TV show, make a TikTok, and bake something.
Have you actually applied for a TV show, though?
No, it's on the to-do list since last week.
I actually want you to do that, though.
Thing is, I think that show is going to be inundated with applications this year.
Yeah.
But also, imagine if like this situation doesn't like ease in the next year. They're not going to be able to film a show called Across the World, are they?
No, that's true. Yeah, you should definitely do that though, because it's something that you wouldn't probably bother to do otherwise.
Yeah.
So Should we go?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Follow me on Twitter, like at VM.
Follow me on Twitter, BB_superfan.
Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. Great thing to do during lockdown.
Follow us on what? Follow
Spotify. What else?
Subscribe on Spotify. Follow us on Twitter, BB on Blast.
You can't go to our website because it's down.
Yeah.
Just like everything during lockdown.
Now then.
We're gonna what?
How are we gonna get donations now?
That's the ironic part. We can't get donations. I'll website. I'll do it at some point when I've got some more money, which is not now.
Do bbonblastpod@gmail.com. Isn't that also our PayPal address?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. What?
Get that website back up and running with a few
I'll try.
donations.
Yes, please. If you enjoyed this podcast, thanks very much. I don't think we should do any big blast from the past until we get together again.
Because the audio issue is a nightmare. We can't
Yeah.
the video. And the next Big Brother UK that we need to cover is Big Brother 5, and I've only got a DVD, so there's no way I can play that from here and share.
It'll be nice to do together anyway. And I've still got my fucking phone at your house. So annoying.
Oh yeah.
But I've not been playing much Candy Crush, so it's all good. I'm gonna press recording now.
Sorry?
Bye.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, you cut out for a sec.
No, I'm gonna press stop. Say goodbye.
Okay, we'll be back for Big Brother Australia in 5 weeks. Bye.
See you then, mate. Bye.
At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.